The road to Elturel. Uh, we are
All the
actually
confidence
live again now.
in Becca's.
It's
Yeah.
just on mine. It was like, it's still offline. It's still offline. That's fine. We're
Is it
online
online
now.
now?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
online
it's
now.
fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's
it's
all good.
online.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to part two. Sorry for the brief sorry for going offline. Technical difficulties, but we are back now. And we find our party standing at the gates of the Cloister of the Tier, ready to go in and ask some questions. So, as you guys may remember, there is, as I described before the break, the statuary outside. Then there is the sort of entryway, which is sort of a short corridor, a short arch corridor with a little window that has sort of a check-in desk vibe to it. And then once you're inside, you enter into what is considered the main courtyard of the cloister. So this is basically administrative stuff. This is where Master Palia's office is. Also the waiting room for people waiting to see a healer. Corridors that go off to both the treatment and the recovery cloisters are off of this, which lead to other cloisters further back. Yeah, just general administrative buildings. So, where are you all trying to head first?
I think we need to talk to Master Healer, right?
Yeah, they're the one with the timetable.
Yeah, I think they're the ones with schedules. Yeah. I think the most important thing right now is to pick up the schedules, link them to the murders. Ask if they already did it to spare us some time.
Sure.
And I might have a question for the Master Healer. If we might go down into the morgue again.
So when you guys walk in, there's not a lot of healers in the courtyard. Usually they are in the other cloisters treating people. Especially in the afternoon, they're prepping a lot of stuff for the night time, because that's when things really start happening. And the receptionist, or the healer that's currently serving as receptionist, they are already made aware of you. You are recognized as the people hired to deal with shit. So you are free to make your way across the courtyard to Master Palia's office. You knock on the door, and a voice calls, "Come in."
Good day. Hi.
Hey.
Ah, our intrepid heroes. Yes. Hello, come in, sit down. Master Palea will stand up to greet you. He looks much the same as he did the first time. He's wearing his white robes, his linen cloth around his neck, and his red rope strapped across his chest. He gestures to some chairs that he has near his desk. He kind of has like a little sitting area, actually, kind of set up next to his desk. So he'll just invite you all to sit down, chair, sofa, whatever, what have you. And he'll seat himself in a nice wing-backed armchair. So what have you discovered in your day or so of investigation? Have you come across any clues? Anything
Yeah, they
useful?
sell some really cool clothes.
She's
Ah,
got a new
yes. Yes, I see that you must have at least been out to the caravans.
Yeah, what do you think? This was my first time buying clothes, and people seem reluctant to compliment me.
Do you enjoy bright colors?
Yes.
Then it's an excellent outfit.
Thank you. See?
Yeah,
Snipe.
it's
There was
great.
no need for such clipped answers.
Well, I mean, do I look like the kind of person that likes bright clothing myself? As I look at my all black outfit.
You do have a stoat with like a bright yellow hat, so
But he went with you.
Shall
his
we
choice of
discuss the matters of the investigation?
Yes.
that's a good idea. Yeah. Y'all should do
Clothing
that.
choices aside, what have you discovered?
I think we've discovered not much more than everyone else already has linked together. We're just trying to fit the pieces together we have right now.
I'm afraid that there was scant evidence, what with the other caravans having left before they were
Yeah.
properly interviewed. But
Mhm.
we do
My
our
main
best.
question is right now, because like we know where the murders happened, where we know on which fields, and we are made aware that your healers make rounds on those fields every single day to check up on the caravans. I'm curious if there's some sort of schedule you can look at to see which healer was where and if they might have spotted something.
Ooh, good call. I would like you to roll me a check, Reina. A persuasion check. I'm not going to give you advantage on it, but it is going to be slightly easier because you added the addendum. We want to know if they saw anything.
Yeah, was there any immediate reaction? Like
From
vision?
uh,
Oh, we
so
might be,
you know
we
from
might
the
be,
conversation that you had that he
we
doesn't.
might be muted on the stream.
Oh,
Oh God, really?
Oh no! Well, one person is saying something in chat. We can't hear them at all. But Ed is saying we can hear them.
oh, okay.
Maybe.
I
Hold on.
have
Can you
everything
hear
turned
us?
on. I see your little. I see the little soundbar going up whenever you guys talk.
Okay, then it might be the person itself. Go on. I will ask them in chat.
Okay, it's okay. Please let us know if we are not speaking. That's important to how this game works.
Yeah.
Just
going
us
very
sitting here
well.
with like facial expressions and generally like waving our hands around and no sound.
The
Did you mean
podcast has
15
infected us.
minutes of that podcast? Known?
No, Hattie,
God, no.
you know from the first conversation that you had with Master Palia that he's fairly adamant that whatever's happening, it is not anyone under his charge that's responsible for it. Like he was adamant to the point of at least it's in your opinion it seemed blind how strongly
Yeah.
he was willing to believe that this had no connection to the cloister of the Tyr at all. That it was just someone trying to frame the healers of the cloister in some bad light. So you don't necessarily see a reaction from him from what Raina said. You probably would have seen a reaction had she not added the addendum in case they saw anything.
Yeah.
I rolled 21.
That's excellent. Yes. Uh, yes, if that will help, I know that some of the guards already spoke with some of the healers, but they didn't actually ask for the schedule, so I'm afraid I could only give them names of who I thought was on rotation at the time. But yes,
Fair
we
enough.
hold a fairly simple and easy to maintain rotation.
Of course.
Usually working in groups. We have one healer in charge, usually working in groups of 5 or 6 to cover the whole area. We switch every 5 days, and we rotate through each of the greens in turn.
How closely do they work together? Is it a case of kind of like everyone split off on their own to work, or is it like two people will be able to verify something happened for us, like people going off in pairs?
How they choose to work in the fields is, I leave that up to themselves to organize. However, they feel they would best serve the members of the caravans. Some
Okay.
prefer to work alone, some in pairs. Sometimes I know that some of them sector out the caravans in such a way that they can cover the most ground in their time.
Okay.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Do you maybe, because we went to the morgue last time and inspected the bodies, is there a possibility you guys maybe have something written down about each and every person? Like what caravan leader they were and like what their names are?
I believe that The guard barracks has a record of all those things. I believe that Sir Caleb Moore would have a record of that. If we do have a record, it is simply to provide a death certificate. We like to try to keep track of those things. We have a catacombs that lies beneath the cloister. So obviously we get a lot of travelers that come through here. If someone dies in our care or someone has died on the road getting here, we like to provide a place for final rest for those. So we do have a ledger. Any information that can be provided, we try to record that before we leave the bodies in the catacombs.
Okay, good to know. I think I have one final request. Would it be okay if we checked up on the bodies one more time? Just to quickly have a glance at them and see if we can ascertain something else. We didn't have much time last time.
Yes, with regards to that. Healer Wrist came and spoke to me after you left previously. She had some concerns with the state of the bodies and how they were left in the morgue whenever she was not in attendance.
I didn't mean to get biscuits on their hair, and the jam really wasn't my fault. I tried to get it out, but I just kind of made it worse.
Yes, that was her concern.
I completely understand.
Roll me a persuasion check, Raina.
I'm so glad I took proficiency in persuasion.
It's a good thing to have right now.
I won't even go. I won't eat biscuits.
15.
15?
What's their passive insight?
However, if you feel that it will help you in your investigation, my time is not needed by any of the healers right now. I would be happy to accompany you down to the morgue. Wrist is not currently here. She's out on duty, as it were. So, yes, I would be happy to accompany you.
That's more than polite.
I have a question.
Yes.
If you had to guess, if not who, what kind of a person would have done this? And or at least not who, why you believe they would have done this. What or who would that be?
Why would someone have done this?
Yeah. Like, I think I have an idea, but I kind of want to hear it from you.
Why would anyone choose to take a life? It's really a philosophical question, Hattie. I can't pretend to know the motivations of whoever's doing this. What I suspect, as I told you on our first meeting, is that for some reason they both wanted to get rid of these people and paint our organization in a poor light. To what end that might be, perhaps it is to engender distrust in the people. Although I think that the work that we do in our community here and for the travelers who come through speaks for itself. I have no trouble telling you that I find this as a personal offense to both the work that I have strived to do since I was appointed Master Healer and the hard work of everyone here at the Cloister of the Tier.
What if it's not that they want to make your name dirty, the cloister name filthy? What if it's the only possible way to discard a body? to leave it with a symbol instead of just being it being a murder?
I couldn't imagine any reason why it would need to be symbolized.
Here's another question. We're trying to. Someone got an owl, I think, is trying to get in. Someone with a message.
Pigeon.
And we're trying to track down the origin of the cord. Are you aware of anywhere else in the local area where you could get hold of red cord other than at the cloister here?
I know that there are some travelers who come up from Burdesk that may use ropes for different purposes. Often you'll find in the caravans that travel through here, if rope is meant specifically for wagon repair or if rope is meant to hold cargo. If a special rope is made with a purpose in mind, something that perhaps wears or is more durable, often those ropes will be color-coded. So it does occasionally happen that when people are coming up from the south and have traveled through Burdesk, they will color-code their ropes. I've never seen anyone use red as part of their color coding. However, I do know that some travelers do shop at the same dye shop that we use. But here in Skirnabel, none that I know of, none that sell it legally.
Reina's getting out the piece of red rope she got from Keylifmore. Because she got a piece from him.
Right, you did, okay.
Quick question to the DM.
Yeah.
The rope that is used like as the symbolism for the cloister,
Sure.
Is it exactly the same as any other rope? It just happens to be red, yeah?
Yeah, it's just rope, but it is red rope.
Okay, I was kind of imagining like a fancy red silken rope or something, like the stuff that like army mages and stuff wear with gold. I was kind of.
No, I get you.
Yeah.
They're very salt of the earth people, though. It's kind of like their whole deal. So yeah, it's just regular red rope, just regular rope, but red.
Okay.
As Reina is holding out this piece of rope, she's just kind of scanning to see if there's any resemblance in between the red rope she's wearing around her chest and the piece she has in her hand. Because I think they are the same, but...
Sure. Roll me an investigation check.
Well, that's a mighty 11.
11. Superficially, they seem similar. If not the same, then they are certainly very similar. Are you offering this out to Master Palea?
No, she's
Talia?
just kind of holding it in her hand, like underneath the desk, basically. Kind of like pulling it out of her pocket and just kind of having it on her lap. Basically.
Okay, roll me a deception check then.
Guys, the DM,
Sure.
did the Master Healer mention much about Caleth Moore and his part in the investigation when we first met him?
He mentioned... What did he mention? He said that there was a... he said that Elturel had sent someone. I don't know if he said Caleb Moore by name. But he did say that after the second murder happened, or after the second body was found, Elturel sent a person to investigate. But he wanted he wanted a third party to also investigate.
I rolled a 19, by the way.
19? Okay. All right. That just skims past the 18.
Ooh.
So you are able to hide the fact that you are secretly trying to examine the ropes of Master Palea.
Shall we go down to the morgue, then?
Yes, absolutely.
I don't have any biscuits this time, so it should be fine.
Appreciated, Hattie. And Master Palea will walk you guys across the recovery cloister over to the metal door labeled morgue. And we'll take out a key to unlock the door Is there anything else that you want to ask along the way, or do you just want to venture down into the morgue?
I just kind of sidle up and ask about the head of the guards here, Caleth Moore. How much do you know of why he was sent here? Like, was Elturel informed that the murderers were occurring here from yourself, the cloister, or from somebody of a higher up position than yourself?
He was sent at my request. Not specifically him at my request, but I did send a letter to the High Overseer regarding the situation happening and the difficulty that the local constabulary was having with the case. Actually, it was a suggestion. I personally was hoping that the issue could be resolved, or that perhaps it was a one-off problem. But when the second body turned up, I was convinced that a letter should be written.
And when they sent Moore, were you able? Did they tell you about his expertise in the situation, or did they just send him, like, without informing you of his expertise on the situation?
He introduced himself to me when he arrived. I believe that I met him before at a state dinner in Elturel. He seemed like a capable soldier and guard. It seemed passing strange to me that the Overseer would send what was my understanding as his personal bodyguard, but any help was welcome, and his qualifications seemed perfectly in line with what was needed. So
We're all walking and talking, right?
yeah, we're walking and talking. He's unlocking the door to the morgue. You could probably ask one more question of him before you guys head down to the morgue.
Do you know if the High Overseer is a religious man, or do you have any?
He unlocks the door. He says, would you call the head of the church a religious man?
Good question.
And you guys can walk down into the morgue, which is essentially how you left it. There's a small table of tools off to one side. There are shelves, which currently have bodies on them, with shrouds placed over them. Something that was changed since the last time you were here, and jam got in some people's hair. And of course, the three bodies that are currently laying out, also currently with shrouds over them, but laid out on three slabs, and then the arch that leads back into the deeper catacombs.
Okay. Let's. Does anyone want to help me in this, or should I do this myself?
What exactly are we planning to do?
Worried about residue jam.
Do you have biscuits on you right now, Hattie?
I don't think so.
Then you should be fine.
But I didn't realize I had the bacon on me either. I just dropped a dice.
Well, if you can tell me what it is you are looking to find, I'd be willing to assist. It's been years since I've worked in this particular branch of our field, but I can do what I can.
I'm mainly looking for anomalies in the body, mainly on the outside. I'm not planning on cutting them open. I'm just looking to see if there's any weird spots, any scars, any unusual.
Anything from untouchable close inspection.
Certainly. Yeah, and Palia will go and he'll pull the sheets down on the three bodies, just kind of like, down to the torso. And he will give you advantage on a medicine check for you to make. I'll take actually. If you want to do investigation, I think investigation would also be appropriate here.
Medicine is fine for me.
It's
Okay.
the same for me.
Okay. How do
Reina's
you
gonna go.
also want to make a check?
Sure.
Make this
Reina's-
a weird anatomy class situation.
Should we do a
Which
body
you know.
per person?
Body per
Reina's
person.
gonna go to the oldest body and mainly to see if she can find anything.
Medicine, yeah.
Yeah, medicine or investigation, your choice, Hattie.
Hattie will go to the middle body, the not the middle body, but like
The second victim.
freshest and yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's an 18.
18. Okay.
I rolled a
I
dirty
also got an
20.
18.
Dirty 20, 18. Okay. Yeah. So, Master Palia is basically he's
Wait,
offering.
was that advantage on all of us?
Yeah, that was advantage for all of you. He's helping all of
Get
you.
higher.
I just rolled a 3. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, Palia, you don't know what exactly he does with his time here. You imagine he's also a healer, like, whenever needed. But the way he's kind of, like, flitting between you all, you suspect that he is also probably one of the main teachers for new healers coming in. And he does take on a very professorial tone, just sort of like pointing out things to you guys. Maybe not necessarily what you're looking for, but he is helpfully like pointing out some like anatomical structures and things.
This is an elbow.
This is an elbow. This is a funny bone. He cracks a dad joke. Anyway, within
We need to get on
18
with this, I'm sorry.
and a 20, with 18s and a 20, you all notice as you're sort of examining the bodies, you notice ligature marks around the necks. Basically, what Palia is offering you guys is he suggests that it's always smart to wash a body first before you examine it. That way, any like obviously a once over to note any like external trauma, but also just washing a body off is a great way to identify and look at like edges of wounds and things. And when you wash the bodies, you come away with like skin tone makeup on your cloth, and you see ligature marks around the necks.
It's not Patty. Do the other two also have these?
Yes.
They all do. Mm-hmm.
So,
They'll have like these like red bruise marks that are still there.
So, someone put makeup on them before they dumped them.
That is unusual, but that may be some preparation work that Healer Wrist did. Usually we try to make the bodies ready for state before we place them in the catacombs. Although, in a situation like this, we usually wouldn't do this soon. That is strange.
Right, because that's only performed when the last rites are performed. That's only when that happens as well, or not?
It's not the preparation of the body in this way wouldn't be part of the last rites, but certainly it would prelude it. But it doesn't look like the rest of the rites have been performed. Playa just seems he doesn't know what to make of this, Reina. And you have a good passive insight, so I won't even make you roll for it. He just seems he doesn't know what to make of this, that the makeup would be used to hide the ligature marks. Because as far as he's aware, no one identified cause of death. And this would, like, be a pretty good indicator of what killed these people.
Yeah. Is there anyone else who would know how to cover up marks like this?
I mean, I suppose that anyone with access to makeup, as far as I know, we don't use anything special. Maybe this is something that the bodies had on them before they were moved here. I suppose that the guards handled them before we did.
Yeah, but that's pretty specific what we see here.
I
I don't think the guards would drag these people by their necks.
No, he's talking specifically about the makeup, like who could have put the makeup on. Yeah, he definitely he doesn't think that the ligature marks were caused by the guards. Yeah, perhaps that could be the case. Well, this is definitely something to report to Sir Moore. This is definitely something that he should know about.
We will report to him.
So we
Yes.
one of the bodies was taken from the North Field, yes?
Yes, the one that you're looking at, I believe, is the one
Okay.
from Northfield.
And this one was found in the river as well, yes?
Yeah, they all landed in the river.
Yes, as far as I know.
But the river doesn't run by the North Field.
No. I suppose it doesn't.
So someone would have transported the body to the river to dump it in, yeah?
Yes.
Or they would have lured the person alive from the Northfields to the river and killed them there.
Yes, I suppose that's also a possibility. Although
So
that doesn't...
So it's either someone trustworthy enough to follow,
Or someone
Or-
trustworthy enough to leave alone.
or trustworthy enough to be carrying a body around. Yeah? I'm not misunderstanding this, am I? I really don't want to get this wrong. This really isn't my expertise.
I suppose that either of those things could be true, or transported by caravan through the city. Are you trying to do this with a specific intention, Hattie?
Yeah, I'm trying to get them to come to the conclusion that it might be someone from the cloister.
Sure.
On their own. Like, I don't want to be like...
Right,
I
you don't want...
to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
want
you
to
don't want to have to
insinuate
say it.
anything.
Yeah,
I
you want
want
it.
them to come to the conclusion and think it's their own idea.
As this is happening,
Well, I want Hattie to do me a thing then. I want you to roll me a persuasion check. And I won't give you disadvantage on it because Palia has seen what it is you're seeing. And it's somewhat irrefutable evidence that something is amiss here.
So with my +0, that's a 15.
15, okay.
It's alright.
Yes, I suppose one of those things should be true. Will you excuse me? I need to go back to my office and check what our rotation is. And he's going to make his way up the steps. He's not going to, like, he's kind of in a brain fog. Like, he wasn't actually asking for real, like, would you excuse me? He's like, I'm going to go check to see where
I'm just gonna
everyone's
go.
supposed to be right
Yeah.
now. Yeah, so you guys have the option to either just remain here or you can follow him out.
Paddy's gonna remain standing still.
okay. So
Okay.
this concludes that it has to be someone from the cloister.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be.
And we've just broken their brain, it appears.
Well, I'm glad that they're coming to the conclusion themselves.
Yeah, that was the hope.
Still interested in the wounds themselves, though. It's clear they've been, patched up as to not look like they're there, but I'm curious as to what causes that. Either strangulation or an attempt of stabbing?
Maybe if they were found with rope around their arms, it's also the rope that strangled them.
I mean, if it was an attempted stabbing, they're very bad at stabbing because that means they've missed 3 times.
I mean,
Blunt knife.
yeah. So ligature marks are essentially skin burns, like the kind you would see from skidding across a road, or like a friction burn whenever you rub your hand up against something too hard, or
Grazes.
rope burn.
Yeah. Do you, if you inspect the wounds closer, do you see any like indication of the pattern of a rope, or is it just like those scars basically, or those burns?
I will let you roll me an investigation at advantage,
Added
because you know what it is you're looking for.
It's just rolled an 11 and a 10, so it's
no.
okay. That's plus investigation. You said 11 is 15.
15. Okay. When you examine the body closer, specifically when you look at Tara's body, the one that Snipe was looking at, you see that there appears to be some of those fine red filaments. Not many, just like 1 or 2, but they appear to be like caught in the skin.
Okay.
Where did you...
Like splinters.
Raina, do you have the rope, the cord?
Yeah, I will grab it out of my pocket.
Okay.
And I will be looking for a pin
behind
set.
it.
Hera finds some snippets of it, I believe.
She did.
Just under the caravan.
Yeah, she found some beneath the caravan of this dude, the dude that you're looking at in the Eastern Green. She found pieces beneath his caravan.
I'm just going to put the rope, like, as close as I can without touching the body, near to the neck to see, like, if, A, there's any kind of, like, grazing on the rope that indicates that it got caught in the neck, or B, if it's just the same size as the rope, as to indicate that this was the rope used.
Yeah, roll me an investigation check with advantage, Snipe.
I'll also be helping on this, even though it's already advantage.
Sure.
Lovely investigation of +0, but that's still a 17.
17? Yeah, you have no way of knowing if this is the exact rope that was used to kill this dude. In fact, it's not likely to be, because the one that Raina took was not the one that was tying up this guy. But you can at least tell that the splinters of rope, as far as you can tell, match this rope. They are the same color. They're red. And this rope definitely has, like, it has wear to it. Like, there are bits and strands kind of scraggled off all sorts of different ways off the rope. So it's certainly possible that, you could get a rope splinter if this was, like, pressed up against you.
Yeah. Can I look at the guy's wrists to see if there's also, because they were bound by their hands, if there's also a mark over there on their wrists?
Yeah, I won't even make you roll a thing for this. There aren't marks on the wrists.
Okay.
Should we be telling a healer about this, or?
Let's go back to the master healer and tell this. I think it's best to keep this between us and the master healer.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys can make your way back up and scoot on over back to the master healer's offices. You're not, like, stopped by anyone on the way. And whenever you go back in, he's rifling through, like, sets of rotations from, like, the past month. because it only shows like a couple days worth of rotations on each paper, or like the days rotations. You see that he's like riffling through and he's pulling out like pages and pages of who was where when. And they're just spread out on his desk, and he just kind of has his head in his hands as he's like looking at all of these papers.
Let us help you. And Rain will take out her notebook and we'll place it down on the table and just we'll start looking, like scanning over the papers and see which days, which notes, like which healers were where.
Yeah. Roll me another investigation with advantage.
That's in 17.
17. Yeah, you see that. Yeah, I mean, you see a couple names. So you see that every once in a while, Master Palia comes up in the rotation. So every once in a while, he goes out. You see Terrence Rayburton listed as a healer head. And you see that last healer wrist is one of the healers in charge out in the field. And you see that matching up the days from Caliph Moore's corkboard, Wrist's crew was in every field on the days when these people supposedly probably disappeared. Like, they were there a day or so before the bodies washed up.
Addie's gonna take out her notebook. Wait, no, she doesn't have a bag on her, does she?
She doesn't. You gave all your stuff to Artius, and Artius gave Artius pieced.
Fuck. Okay. Hattie's gonna steal a piece of paper.
Okay.
And like
Take my notebook. Here,
quilling.
take my notebook.
No, it's fine. I can sew this
no.
in afterwards. It's fine.
No.
And Hattie's just gonna start taking notes on the entire case from when we were given it to now.
Now Hattie's invested. Now
Yeah.
it's a story. Hell yeah. All right.
Can we look on the schedule where Wrist is now? Where
Yeah.
she's located today?
In the schedule that he handed you before, the most recent one, she is at work in the South Fields today.
South Fields are the ones
how
where a
long
body
ago-
hasn't been taken from yet,
Yeah.
right?
And how long ago did
Yeah.
the last body wash up?
About a week ago.
I think we need to go find Healer
Hurry
Wrist.
to the South Field.
Yes.
Just to be
I think that
cautious.
that's for the best.
Do you want to
Yes.
stay here?
Yeah.
Or do you want to come with us?
I'm he gathers up the papers. Do you want him to come with you?
It might be a good idea.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Because
Roll
he's a
me
healer.
a persuasion check at advantage.
17?
17. Okay.
I now don't even have to check D&D Beyond. I know it's a +0.
I just know it.
Yeah, he'll ride with you. He's going to gather up all of his papers. He's going to fetch his satchel off the wall and load it up with some supplies he keeps in a cabinet in his office. And he's going to put the papers in there too. And he says, yes. Yes, we need to hurry. Let's go. And he will, he'll head out with you guys. He'll leave a note at the reception desk saying that he's not going to be back. He might not be back before rush hour starts. So he's like giving orders to who's going to be in charge of what while he's gone. And it's time to ride or die. Actually, on the way out, he is going to, before you guys head for the South Fields, he says, wait a moment. And he is going to go over to one of the statues. the soldier holding the shield out, he is going to say a quick blessing, and he's going to take a candle from his bag and light it and place it at the statue's foot.
Noticing he's doing this, Hattie's going to go over to the statue with the 2 kids and the guy with the water.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to get 4 silver pieces out and put a silver in, because there's 4 buckets, right? Because he's holding 2 and each of the kids are holding 2. Gonna put a silver in each of the buckets.
Sure. At the base of the statue, Hattie, you see that it says "Tender-hearted Ilmater."
Great.
And you drop 1 in each bucket.
Okay.
Okay, let's start running.
Yeah, time to go. So you guys head off for the southern fields. So you guys are going to have to do a few things for me. The first and foremost, I'm going to need someone, you guys can choose who, to roll a d20. Gosh, it's going to need to be a flat charisma check because you're going to need a boat to get across the southern fields. So you're going to have to get someone on board real quick. So who wants
My
to roll
charisma is
charisma?
+0, so.
My charisma's +2.
Mine is also +2. So.
All right.
Who's feeling lucky?
Snipe, go ahead.
Fuck it.
Okay.
Because you have healer Palia with you, you're going to get advantage on it because he's an important figure around town.
That's 20.
Oh,
Nat 20!
22.
Yes.
Hell yeah!
we know how to roll when we need to.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah,
Takes some time, but...
you guys dash down to the docks. There's a man there who just recently was released from the cloister. And Snipe, you clock him the minute that you guys walk in. And you're like, that's our dude. And you go over, Paleo with you, and immediately he's like, yes, hello. And he's going to cart you guys across the river. So you guys get across the river, no problem. So you guys are going to be in the southern caravan fields. So I'm going to need all of you to roll me perception checks to try to find healers in the fields. There's a lot of people here.
Natural 1.
I got a dirty 20.
At least someone's looking out.
Okay.
+7. Rolled a 13.
Yeah. Okay. So, unfortunately, on the first go round, you guys aren't able to find anyone because everybody's setting up camp right now. So we're going to have to make a second round of checks. I know. It's hard. It is literally, you're looking for a needle in a haystack right now.
Yeah. 11. really poor.
Normal perception?
Yeah, normal perception.
It's the same numbers again. Math.
20 was last time. Dirty 20.
25.
You're 20? 25.
23.
Hell yeah.
No, 22.
22, 25. Hell yeah. Both of you clock healers. Wandering between the caravans, you both clock people. And while Reyna and Master Palia was also rolling like shit. So you guys, they are both still hustling around trying to find healers. And you guys can find healers and run up on them. What's your plan of action here? You find healers, they are not wrist. They are just healers.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to one of the healers.
Sure.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me. I was having a conversation with Healer Rista about something, and I was wondering if I could continue it. They're around here somewhere, right?
Yeah, she should be around here somewhere. I haven't seen her since we had our pre-check meeting. I'm certain though that she was here at the start of the shift. Go ahead and roll me an insight, Hattie.
24.
24?
Nice.
I rolled an 18 and I got a +6.
Yeah, so this particular healer, she is like, she would help you if she could, man, but she's telling you the truth. She hasn't seen Riss since the beginning of the shift. Whenever they came across the river.
Where was the beginning of your shift?
Down by the docks is where we usually meet.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
See you in a bit. Bye.
Okay, weird. Okay, yeah, sure. And she gets back to helping people. Snipe. You also clock a healer and walk up. What's your approach?
Fuck. Just similar to Hattie, I just go up and just say, like, oh, I was wondering, would you happen to know of a healer wrist nearby?
Healer wrist? Oh, right. At the beginning of the shift, I saw her down by the docks. We split up everything into sectors. And then she hung out by the docks. I think she said that she forgot something back at the cloister. I think she was running back to the cloister to get something. But she should be over here soon if you're looking for her. I'm sure she'll turn up again eventually. You can wait down by the docks for her, maybe.
Can I roll insight?
Yeah, you can roll insight.
No idea if it's going to be helpful or not.
Sure.
I hate math. 23.
23. Yeah, he doesn't have any tick of lying. Like, what he just said is what he saw and what he believes to be true. Like, he was told that she had to run back to the cloister for something.
Okay. I just quickly ask, how long would it take for her to come back if she was heading to the cloister?
I don't know. It depends. I don't remember what she said she was grabbing. I couldn't imagine it would take her more than hour and a half.
All right, I see. Okay, well, never mind. Thank you for your help. And I
Sure.
leave and find Hattie and the others.
Sure. Okay. So Hattie's gonna be down at the docks because that's where she was told to go. So you can definitely see her down there. Reyna will also be, Reyna can also very easily be spotted in the crowd. As for Master Palia, who's currently in a harried state of mind and trying desperately to find his healer that he thinks now is a murderer, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
18.
18. Okay, so you do not see Palia on your way back to the dock, nor whenever you pick up Reyna or whenever you see Hattie at the dock. So your options are, you have two options basically. You can either act on the information that you have and try to find Rist, or you can try to stay here, find Palia, have the backup of Palia, and then go and try to find Rist. You know that she's not at the cloister because you definitely didn't see her there, and you would have passed her on the way if she had gone back. So wherever it is she's gone, she's not there. So you either have the option to go and try to find her right now and figure out what the hell she's up to, or you can spend the time to try to find Palia and get his backup. What do you want to do?
I inform the others that, like, he's not there, but we also have the indication of where Rist is and just say, I think we should go find him because maybe Rist has clocked on that we've clocked on, and maybe he might be next. We don't really know where she is. We didn't see her on the way here.
We need someone from the cloister. We need someone higher up. We need him.
Okay, let's quickly go find him then.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna need both of you then to roll me perception checks.
What is happening with this dice? Natural one again.
Oh no!
The ends of the spectrum. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, Snipe.
Reyna is just completely caught off guard. She's just like,
Too many people.
Yeah, you guys tell Hattie, stay here, get a boat ready, and you guys go back into the caravans to find Palia. You see him speaking with one of the healers, trying to ascertain what's going on. You guys can run up on him. What do you hit him with whenever you clock him?
We need to go now. We know where she could be. We need to go.
Okay. And he won't even question you. Nat 20. He'll just tear back off with you. Because he suspects that you guys have some idea of what's going on, and he thinks he's lost control of one of his healers. So, yeah, he'll head back down to the docks. Hattie, easily able to commandeer a boat in her classic Hattie way. There are boats just like chilling out on the docks. I don't want to speak to what Hattie will do whenever Becca's not here. However, she does have an extendo stick and can gondolier. So, I'm gonna say that there's a pretty. You know what? We'll ask Becca.
Ask.
Becca, if Hattie was left at the docks in charge of getting a boat to get back across the river, do you think
Yes.
that Hattie would lift one of the boats that are tied up on the docks that currently don't have a captain?
No. Well, I mean, I'm saying that as a sailor myself as well as a player. Hattie would probably do that, yeah.
Okay. Well, because your options are either you can roll a persuasion check to try to get a boat back across, or you could just take one of these boats and kind of like say whatever the consequences of that are, and then use your extendo stick to basically gondolier yourselves back across the river. Your choice.
Persuasion. Yeah, fuck. Persuasion check.
Okay, go ahead and make me a persuasion check then.
Have I made a bad decision?
No, it's your option.
We'll
It's,
find out.
right
We'll
now,
find out,
it's a
yeah.
matter of time.
That is a natural 20 that I just rolled on D&D Beyond with my +0.
The
We're out.
dude,
So well, hell yes.
the dude who paddled you over here is still here at the docks. He hasn't gone back
yes.
over yet. So you're like, dude, sorry about this. We need a ride back.
We need to go.
And
Sorry for wasting your time, good sir.
But we're going
Okay.
to get you back anyway.
we're gonna get you back. So yeah, you guys basically hop another ride back over the river. Palia like gives the dude a blessing, thanks him for assisting with matters of the church, and
Man, we
you
should
guys
get, like, boat rides more often because we can persuade the shit out of sailors. Two
apparently
natural 20s.
One step closer to a pirate crew.
Yes.
you're doing great. Just be pirates on the river Kyanthar, you know. Where are you guys trying to get to? The healers told you the cloister, but that is where you just came from. Like, you know that she's not there, and you would have passed her on the way down. So, like, wherever she actually went is not where she said that she went.
Where
But it was
Well-
also like an hour ago, so.
were the bodies washed up?
Along the river.
Yeah.
On the
Along the river in different places.
So the bodies were washed up past the Western Green, in a little eddy current just outside the walls of Skirnabel. It was like a place where the river kind of naturally like kind of ebbs a little, so it makes sense that they would have washed up there because it was kind of like
Okay.
a little like place where the current's a little slower. But that's where the bodies wash up.
Is there a place turning to Master Healer? Okay. Should we look along the waterfront?
He's gonna make a call.
Because
I
our
just don't
function-
know. I don't know where she would have gone. She was supposed to be in the South Fields. If she's responsible for this, she always like the bodies always turned up in whatever field she was working in. So if she's in the South Fields, I don't know who her target would be if that's what she's doing right now. I don't know. I don't know who she would be targeting.
How do the healers get across the river? Do they have a boat of themselves, or how do they get across?
Just bargaining boats, just like what we just did. People are always happy to help. Maybe someone here knows.
Is the docks are the docks busy right now? Like, are there a lot of people?
Yeah, I mean, there are people sort of wrapping up for the day about this time. But there are people here that you could talk to, sure.
Can Hattie look around and see if there's someone who's kind of like an observer, just someone who's sitting on the side, Like I'm looking for like the grizzled old dock worker who's sitting on the side smoking. You know what I mean?
Sure. I won't even have you make a perception check. Hattie, you can clock this dude. You've gotten information from people like him before. You know exactly this kind of guy.
Hattie's gonna go up to him.
Okay.
Hi.
Hey, kid.
Oh. I'm sure you've seen us running around a little headless.
What, you, tall, dark, and whatever, and the religious lady and Master Palia? Yeah, I've seen y'all run around.
Well, we're looking for a specific healer. They probably went over on the river and then came back a little while later. Did you see them?
Hell yeah, I saw them. Of course I saw them. You think I don't see things that happen on this dock?
Nice.
I see
How
everybody.
many natural 20s?
Yes.
Oh, natural 20s. Hell yes.
Who you looking for? Healer Ray Burton? Healer Lamar?
Healer wrist.
Healer Wrist. Hell yeah, I saw her. She went over there with all her other healers to the other side, came back, started hustling on up the road.
Just
The
up
road?
there?
Which road?
Great question. Let's see from where the docks are. Yeah, there's only one road that leads away from the docks. So he would have just seen her hustling up that road. It's the road.
Okay.
It can be the road that leads up to the cloister, but it goes to like a central junction. So she could have went anywhere in the city.
You didn't see, she didn't say anything to anyone, she wasn't holding anything specific, nothing of note.
Did she seem hurried?
Yeah, she was just hurrying up the road.
Nope, nothing to note that I could see. She just seemed like she was in a hurry. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Enjoy your day, sir.
Thank you. Yeah.
Item out.
Hattie goes, just like kind of semi not like making sure that the rest of the guys are catching up. She runs up to like the junction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she does exactly the same thing. She's looking for someone who is sitting outside of a shop, who is sitting in the window of a house.
Amazing.
Like just someone who is sitting and watching.
So,
I'm looking for a Russian babushka.
I know what you're looking for. Yeah, so this is the junction that the cloister is sitting on. So there's a chance that the receptionist saw something. They wouldn't find Healer Wrist particularly weird. But if you're looking for someone right on the thing, I want you to roll me a perception check for that.
Do I dare with D&D Beyond again?
Actually,
Nah, don't give us the
make this
embarrassment.
an insight check because you're looking for someone who looks like they sit here all day watching people.
Okay.
So you're trying to
I
read a
made a
person.
mistake. That's an 8.
Oh no!
Oh.
As you look
I rolled
around,
2.
you're trying to get a vibe on everybody in this junction. No one strikes you as someone who just like sits at a cafe table all day feeding pigeons and people watching.
Okay.
No one reads
This
like that.
this
here.
is where the statues are, right?
Yeah, if you follow one of the streets down, it runs right in front of the cloister, so all the statues are right here.
At this junction.
Yeah, a little past it, but yeah, basically at this junction.
So if I climbed onto one of the statues and got a slightly different view.
The statues aren't tall enough to see over most buildings. You could look further down the streets from the statues.
That's kind of what I'm going for.
Yeah. Yeah, if you climb up on like the Scarred Knight one,
Yeah.
you can get a slightly better view of the junction.
Okay, so I'm now looking for either Hilo Wrist or again Russian babushka.
Okay.
Style person.
So the Russian babushka is going to be an insight check. If you're looking for wrist, that would be a perception check.
Okay, let's go for Russian babushka first.
Okay.
I can't roll badly twice. Touch wood.
There's a 1 in 20% chance you roll anything.
That is a 24. That is a 24.
Tasty.
Yeah. So as you climb up, you see you're kind of like scanning the crowd. You see a person. They're not sitting on the junction, which is why you didn't see them before. But they are sitting down like one of the streets that's very close. There's like a little cafe, and you see like an old woman with the head wrap on. She's just like chucking stuff at pigeons. And she's just like sipping her coffee, and there's like an unread newspaper in front of her, and she's just kind of like looking at people, just like, I see what you're up to. Yeah, that's right. You think you can get away from me? Yeah.
The icon of this campaign.
And she's eyeing Hattie, who stands proudly like a beacon above a statue. I see you.
Yeah, now she's clocking you, and she's just like, I know you want to talk to me. Come on over here, kid.
Yeah, Hattie gets down and just kind of scrambles to go talk to her.
Ah, am I the one you're looking for, dear?
Well, someone like you. I'm looking for someone who's really aware of what's going on around these places.
Hell
and
yeah.
kind of sees people coming and going. I'm looking for a specific healer. They were probably in a rush going somewhere. I don't know if you know Healer Wrist, but it's them.
Ooh, yeah, I know
They
Healer
were
Wrist.
rushing up from the docks.
Always 2 lumps of sugar in her coffee every morning. Yeah, I know Healer Wrist. All right. Yeah, let's see what this lady has seen. Ooh, okay.
I love this lady already. 2 lumps of sugar. Oh, what a judgmental.
Yeah, well, I saw her pass going down to the docks earlier, and I think that I saw her out in front of that statue that you were just climbing on, perhaps an hour ago, and then she hustled up the road. I'm not sure where she went after that.
Up which road, sorry?
She's going to indicate the road that runs in front of the cloister. So basically, the road that runs in front of the cloister, it goes out to the north field, but there's also like a major artery that bisects it and runs across, like past the main town hall building to the guard barracks. So it's like a major intersection right there.
Okay, that frazzled my brain. I'm going to look at the map.
Okay, wait, hold on. I can point it out to you. So right now, you were down here at this junction here, right? Hold on. Let me just get over to this side. So it's easier.
Get up.
Move on closer.
Teacher
Alright.
has to stand up and show the board.
So you were at this junction here, right?
Yeah.
And you stood at the statue, which is like a little north, but like basically right on that junction.
Okay.
The babushka lady is up here at a cafe on this road. She saw Healer Wrist stop at the statue that you just climbed and then move up this road here. But right here at this road goes out to the north field.
Yeah.
But there's also a big intersection right here that can go across basically the entire town from Northfield down to Westfield.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much.
How long ago was this?
Yeah, how long ago was this? Sorry.
I don't know, maybe half an hour ago, somewhere in there.
Okay, thank you so much. You've been incredibly helpful. I will come back if I ever need inside information on the goings on.
You do that. Come seek out Alice Garbanzo. She sees everything.
Alice Garbanzo? Okay, I will. That's such a cool name. And Hattie's gonna kind of bid farewell, and kind of turn around and start panically scanning for the rest of the party.
Probably right behind you. We're just
Yeah,
following
we're
you.
right
behind
You
you.
have a sniffer dog.
Hi.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, go on.
She stopped at the statue over there, the one that you stopped at, Master Healer, and then she carried on up the road.
Sorry, I'm going to let you finish explaining, but also, whenever you say she stopped at that statue, it is not actually the one that he stopped at. It is the one on the opposite end from the one that he stopped at.
Sorry.
And when you say that, he turns to look at the statue and goes pale. Because he sees which statue it is.
You're looking a little
Which
peaky.
is it?
Hey,
The one who endures. She prayed to Amada, the one who endures. We have to find her now.
Do you want some coffee?
She was
to
here
make
half
some
an hour
sugar?
ago.
Quickly, okay. Yeah, he's whenever you offer him coffee and sugar, he's going to like sit down heavily at one of the tables. And he's going to sit back, and he says, "Who is she going to kill?" And he kind of like says it to the world, but he also says it to you guys. Like,
Think about it.
Two options.
Which caravans do we know which caravans arrived? Do we know anything like that? Is
I will let you guys make insight checks.
Okay.
natural fucking 20. Finally.
22.
I got a
19,
19, which is a
19.
25. Why are we rolling so
27.
This is really
well?
great.
Doing great.
Yeah.
We're finally doing something.
So I'm going to describe this from Raina's perspective because she rolled nat 20, but you all did great. So
So proud.
you know you know that the pattern here, right,
So
says that the next murder should happen in the Southfield. Like, it happened in Westfield, it happened in Northfield, it happened in Eastfield, it should be Southfield next. Which means that if it's not happening in Southfield, then someone new is a target. Because if it's not going to follow the pattern, if she's not going to murder someone where she's supposed to be, that means that there is now a new target that is more tantalizing than following the pattern. She's doing something that is going to be out of her way and noticed to be out of her way. So it has to be someone that she really wants. So the question is, who is it that she really wants that now she has an opportunity at?
Was it Alice who I just talked to? Was that the name you gave?
Yes, Alice
My
Garbanzo.
brain is a sieve. I'm so sorry. Alice, Mom, I don't suppose you've heard any gossip about a caravan that's come in recently. Maybe
Caravans
someone...
come in all the time, dear.
That's true. More specifically, maybe someone who is more notorious, and maybe not in the good way.
Goodness. I haven't heard anything. Though I have heard that it's a dangerous place for cruel caravan masters. I hear that they've all been steering clear of Scornabel. What since the last thing that happened, you know?
I think. Oh, could it be? Do we know where Ardius is right now?
He was going to make a call to someone. I haven't seen him since.
Do we know where?
Off. No, I was in the Northfield. Yes. Was that where I was?
Eastfield. You were out in Eastfield.
Last time I saw him, he was in the Eastfield. Can you send him a message?
We are going towards Eastfield right now.
But she was seen going up north.
She was going towards a way where there's a
north.
crossroad where you can go north and east to the
Okay.
Eastfield.
Is it possible to send him a message to check up on him?
I'm out of spells.
I can. Who do you need contacted?
Ardius Manx. Do you know him?
He was with us when we first came here.
When we
Yeah.
at first.
Yes.
Right?
He looked after
Yes.
our horses when we wandered off.
Yes, the Harper. Yes, I know him. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you need sent to him?
He thought he realized something about this, so maybe asking how he is, where he is, and
What he
Get
found
out. Get
what
out
he
where
found
he
out.
is.
Okay. He'll construct a message out of what you just said. he will send a message back. Except he won't send it through Palia. He will send it directly to Reyna. He will say, ask about Last Confession and Sir Grimald. I think...
Oh no, he's dead.
He's dead. He's dead.
And then
I
got him.
think I think Hattie's revelation was right. Wrist is about to clean house.
You gotta run. Ask for who again?
Sir Grimald.
Sir Grimald and Last Confession is what he
Last
said.
confession.
Confession.
Thank you. Stay safe. Be
frosty.
aware.
Beware, stay frosty. Okay.
Stay frosty.
Be aware of your surroundings.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, how do you act on this information?
I relay everything to everyone.
Okay.
Last
Master
confession, Sir Grimald.
Palia says the last confession is it's a field practice. Field medics of Ilmater, they if a soldier dies on the battlefield before they're able to confess, the clerics use Speak with Dead to allow them to make a final confession. It doesn't bring the soul back, but it's meant to give closure.
Patty's gonna reach over, take Alice's coffee, and put like 3 scoops of sugar in, and just like put it in front of Master Healer.
Hey, my coffee!
We're in the middle of a crisis. You can
Fair
listen
enough,
for
dear.
a cold.
Oh, I can listen?
Yeah,
She
I
like
think somebody
screeches
with
up
an
a chair.
anxiety attack is good with coffee.
Right up. Okay. So, Sir Grimald. Of course. He was an old commanding officer that Healer Wrist served under. He was in his 60s. He was traveling through Scornabel a month ago. He fell ill, and she was the healer responsible for him. She gave him his last confession. I don't know anything more about him other than he was involved in a lot of the politics in Elturel. He was a high-ranking paladin with the Hall of Heroes and the Order of the Gauntlet, and he rubbed elbows with a lot of important people. But how does that help us?
He's already dead.
Yes, he died a month ago in Wrist's care.
That was just before the murder started, right?
Yes.
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 He gave her a last confession.
Yeah. And he has to
And
do
he
something
asked-
with...
acted on, yeah?
She started to act
She
on
acted on his last confession.
Palia's
Knows
eyes
about
will.
what's going on.
Palia's eyes are going to go wide, and he is going to say, "She's the one who asked me. She's the one who."
Sugar?
No, thank you. No, she's the one who asked me to write the letter. Whenever the murders were happening, I didn't want to contact. I didn't want to contact the High Overseer, and Wrist insisted that we contact the High Overseer to send someone for help.
We gotta go to the barracks now. Keel of Moor.
Oh my god.
What's next?
Yeah.
He arrived last week. He arrived at the last murder. She's breaking her pattern right now because she wants to go after him.
Speedy beans. Don't know what they are. All the way to the barracks.
Okay. You guys are going to head to the barracks.
Yellow streak.
I have been keeping track of how long this has taken. So,
Everyone is dead.
Sir Caliph Moore is going to go ahead and roll 2 of his death saves right now.
Oh fuck.
You don't have third levels prepared anymore. Fuck.
He succeeds at one.
Well,
He fails his second.
we gotta run.
At least it wasn't
When
a crit. At least it wasn't a crit.
at least it wasn't a crit. When you all arrive, you round the corner to get into the barracks. And everyone in the barracks is currently out on their afternoon patrols, which means that the only people here, the only person here, is Sir Caliph Moore. You see that his door is closed. Actually, make me perception checks to get an assessment of the situation.
25.
25?
21.
Okay. 21. All right.
20. Wait, what's 19 plus 3? 22.
22. Okay. Yeah, so you guys get there. You clock the situation. The barracks look empty. There are no guards around. The door to Caliph's office is closed and locked, but you see that the window that Reyna was looking out earlier is now open, and there appear to be a set of footprints right outside, and you hear a gurgling sound going on inside. Just for anyone watching, quick content warning. This is going to get real fucked. Just letting everybody out there know. Curse to me that I should probably throw that out there. Just so everybody knows, if you're watching.
I'll take my headphones off.
Can we
Three
run up to
players
the
are
window
like,
and
I'm
try
gonna
We
to-
all leave.
Yeah, that's what I'd love.
How do you want to approach this? Do you want to try to go by the window or go by the door?
Verena is gonna run up to the window and try to pull it shut, so everyone who is in there is locked in.
Okay.
He's gonna run and try and stop you.
Okay, here's what I want to do. I want everybody to roll initiative, because this is going to start mattering.
I got messy.
Oh, Lord almighty.
All right.
Do I
What?
want this? I don't know if I want this.
Let's see. That's 18.
Don't look so happy, Carmen.
I'm just enjoying doing like something hyped, like getting
Yeah.
there to something like battle. Like
Okay.
Uh,
Snipe, how'd you do?
22.
Oh, geez.
2. Okay. Hattie, how you do?
12.
12. Okay, that goes
17.
there.
Oh.
17. Okay. So, Reyna, I'm going to let you run up and try to close the door before we officially get into turn order here.
Yes.
So I need you to make me a strength athletics check.
That's 18.
18? Okay. So you slam the window down. And you manage to slam it down hard enough that you are able to jam the window. So it will be more difficult to open again. Okay, so that's what's going on there. We begin with Snipe.
Ah, I didn't think this far ahead.
Yep.
What do I do?
Open the door.
Fine, yeah, I just run to the door and open it and just stand in a way so that I'm blocking the door so that if anything was to run at me.
It is
I may as well
locked.
just take out fuck. Lockpick it.
Yes, you can lockpick it. Go ahead and roll with your thieves' tools. So dexterity plus your proficiency to unlock the door.
Proficiency. Ooh, okay. Oh fuck. 23.
Oh my god. This is a simple lock. It's super easy. Yeah, you pop the door open. And inside, you see healer wrist, She is standing close to one edge of the room. She has there's still rope covering her eye, but she has a length of rope in her hands. And you see that she is straining against it, like leaning all of her body weight backwards. And you see in the middle of the room, the rope goes up over the beam, and Sir Caliph Moore is dangling from the beam, making like gurgling noises and trying to like reach up to the rope, but he can't do anything. He doesn't have his weapons on him. He's disarmed, and he can't get himself down off of this.
Do I still have an action?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that the lockpick was like a free object interaction. So if you still want to do an action, I will let you go ahead and do that.
Okay. I'm gonna take out my dagger and try throw it to cut the rope.
Okay, so here's what I will let you know about the rope. So this rope is enchanted rope that that Master Wrist, Healer Wrist made for this specific purpose. So this rope has an AC of 11 and 18 hit points. Now, you are a rogue. This could conceivably be considered a sneak attack because you are busting in on the scene. How many sneak attack dice do you have right now?
3d6.
3d6. Okay, so it is conceivable that you can cut the rope this turn. I will say, if you do not hit 18 in a single attack with either slashing or fire damage or something that can cut the rope or burn it, this rope will not be destroyed.
Okay.
So
I have to change.
well, so what that means is
where I aim my dagger.
Well, it means that you can throw your dagger at this rope, because this isn't information that you know. I'm just telling you this as a DM because I think that it's fair to let you know that this is how this rope works. Like, this is how the rope functions. So you're not like, what the hell, man? Why didn't it cut? This is what I'm letting you know. So you have 1d4 plus your dexterity plus 3d6 of sneak attack. So it is possible for you to do 18 damage in a single action. So it is possible for you to cut this rope. It is just difficult to cut the rope. So I will allow you to proceed with your action. You can absolutely throw the dagger at the rope, cut it, and free Caliph Moore and save his life. I'm just letting you know up front that that is how the rope functions. That's all.
Okay. Should I go for it still? Okay,
Cool.
fine, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'll risk it.
Just go for a biscuit.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll to hit it.
Wow, it's been a while since I made an attack.
That's what I was just thinking. I was literally going to say, like, what's a flurry of blows?
21 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that'll blow it out of the water. Its AC is 11. It's a piece of rope. It's not hard to hit. So go ahead and roll the damage for me.
The damage is just the sneak attack damage.
The damage is your sneak attack damage plus 1d4 for the actual dagger itself.
Right, okay. Okay.
Plus your dexterity, because you add that to your attacks. So plus 4.
Right. And... Wait, I can't. Oh wait, I need to roll again. 10. 16. Fucking hell. 21.
21. Okay, yeah. So your dagger, you throw this at the rope, it slices clean through the rope, and Sir Caliph Moore drops to the floor like a rag doll. And Wrist loses her balance and falls backward into a bookshelf. And she just like vents a scream of frustration. Okay. Is there anything else that you want to do on your turn? Any bonus actions that you want to use?
I guess it would count as a bonus action. I get out of the way fully of the door and just stand by it and just look at the others and say, "Get the fucking."
Okay. Let's see. So next up will be Healer Wrist. What does Healer Wrist want to do? Healer Wrist is annoyed that you interrupted her doing this thing.
Very important murder.
Yeah.
You just hate it when someone interrupts your murder.
Yeah.
So irritating.
She does. So what she is going to do is... She is going to cast Spirit Guardians in the room.
I don't like that.
Oh,
Nasty.
fuck.
Yeah, well,
That's
you know,
very
Just
nasty.
just so it's known among players, DM, and audience, I don't like that.
yeah, you know, not a fan. Not a fan. Yeah, well, she's not a super big fan of the fact that you interrupted her murder. Okay, so you see the room fill with coils of rope that just crisscross over each other. So it's not creatures that sort of like spin around, slice and dice style, will it blend style. But basically, to get through this room, to move through it, you are going to have to move through these radiant red ropes.
Not that imaginative with her creatures, is she?
Well, no, she's doing.
Look, she's got an aesthetic, and my god, is she sticking to it?
Yeah.
Hell
And I
yeah,
respect that.
she's sticking to her aesthetic, and serving up hot justice. So let's see, Sacred Flame, or sorry, not Sacred Flame, Spirit Guardians. That is an action. Yeah, that's an action. So that is going to be all that she can do on her turn, which brings us to Reyna. You are outside the window. What do you
How
want
far
to
is it to the door?
do? You can get around to the door on this turn, and you could get around to the door on this turn.
Okay. Okay, I can't reach more.
He is in the middle of this room. Yeah. And still actually unconscious. He's not being choked out by the rope anymore, but he's still unconscious and making death saves.
Yeah. Because I can't get to Sirmor, I will cast Scorching Ray going to wrist.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, go ahead and roll to hit.
That's a 19 plus 7 to hit for the first one.
Okay. That was you.
An 18 plus 7 for the second.
Okay.
And that's 16 plus 7. Jesus.
Okay. Those will all hit her.
Let me grab a d6 because I haven't prepared a d6 today.
Good
We're
point.
prepared for fighting.
Let me get my dice out.
We haven't fought
We
in
didn't
so long,
expect
we're
this
not
murderer
ready.
to retaliate.
Yeah, I have 2 d6. That should do.
She didn't
10
expect the
points of-
murderer to be like involved.
No. 10 points of fire damage for the
I was
first
like,
one.
okay, you got me.
10 points of fire damage.
Cuff
Okay.
me and send me to the slammer.
9 points of fire damage.
9 points of fire damage. Okay.
Wasn't that a TV
10
show?
points
this
of
one?
fire damage.
Yeah.
And 10.
29
TV.
total.
It's TV.
Yeah, they have weird performances all the time. I remember Jedward going on there. Sorry,
Okay.
this is irrelevant.
We're having a mini conversation while battling this. This is what Hattie and Sniper
You,
say.
you
But
see
what
these
about-
scorching rays
why?
sail through the rope. They just like slam into parts of Healer Wrist's clothing, and you just see like singed holes. But you see that her eyes glow red a bit as she takes it in. And she says, "You will not stop, we who endure." And that brings us to Hattie.
Sorry, what was that? Wattle a daub? Isn't that a building technique? And Hattie's gonna run up and...
Okay, Hattie, you enter into the Spirit Guardians.
Oh, fuck, I forgot about those. It's fine, it's fine.
So I am going to need you to make a wisdom save for me, please.
You'll
You're a
never
monk, you're good
regret
at those.
your life choices. I never regret my life choices. That is a... Wisdom, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wisdom.
19.
19. Okay, so that will succeed. So you will only take half of this. She rolled very poorly. So you will just take 3 points of damage. Radiant damage.
Weakling. Yeah, Hattie's gonna run through the little sneaky dudes and run up to her and just like whack her.
Okay.
Just
An unarmed strike against her?
unarmed strike,
Okay.
1 in each knee.
Okay. Okay.
Really are going for the kneecaps.
Sure.
First one's a natural 1.
Okay, that is definitely going to miss.
The second one is a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
That is 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage, okay.
And then I'm going to do, expand a key point, do Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
And the first one is an 18. The second one is a 17.
So 17 doesn't hit, 18 does.
Okay. So the damage on that is 8. I would also like to use on that last hit, use the open hand technique where if she fails a dexterity saving throw at 14, she falls prone.
Okay. Okay. Dexterity saving throw. What's she trying to beat?
14.
14. She gets a 5. She is going to burn one of her legendary resistances to not do that, though.
Eh?
Scoozy.
I am going to take some steps back then.
You also think that your punches were not doing as much damage as you would have liked.
Okay,
Why
good.
is she?
Love that. I'm going to take some steps back then.
Okay.
Well, I should have expected a healer to not take as much damage as we'd expect.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm just
legendary
going to step out of her
resistances?
range. Move away.
Okay.
Close the door. Nice, he's a lost cause fucker.
Let's see. Next up is okay. So Hattie, Hattie.
Wait, do I move back into the?
If you stay there.
So basically, you moved in, right?
Yeah.
You're going to end your turn still in this jumble of nonsense.
Okay.
So you on your next turn, you can get out the door again and get out of it.
But she doesn't get opportunity of attack. Attack of opportunity. Which way round are those words called?
Opportunity.
Attacking with some opportunity.
I'm gonna say no. She's not gonna take an opportunity attack on you.
Okay.
Um.
Can I move like diagonally then, so like I'm not going back into the swarm of ropes?
I mean, the thing is, it's 15 feet diameter around her, or 15 feet radius around her. So, as far as like the spell goes, there's actually no place where you can go that's not going to be.
Okay,
Like,
I'm
you're
just
not
gonna
gonna
stay
hit
where
ropes.
I am then. Just gonna stay where I am.
Okay. In that case, we see Hattie dive, like do a Laura Croft swan dive through the ropes, get touched and sizzled by like one or two of them, but launch in, make a couple attacks, hit a knee. You feel the force go into the punch from a distance, but you see that healer wrist just absorbs it. And then Hattie tries to like back out and like snake out through the ropes as best she can, trying to avoid as many as possible.
Mission Impossible, this bitch.
Yeah, Mission Impossible, this bitch. Next up is going to be Healer Palia? Healer Palia. God.
That's good.
He's going to try to make sure she doesn't do shit. He's going to say, healer wrist, whatever this is, surely it doesn't Surely it doesn't call for vengeance. Surely there must be some other way to set this out. Too many people have gotten hurt. I understand that cruelty is not to be favored or looked upon with any kind of favor, that we are meant to be the glue that shares the burdens of the people. But surely you see that what your actions are doing are causing more hurt than they are help. And he's going to try to convince her. And he's gonna fucking fail. Okay. Well, he tried. In which case, he's going to see that his words have no effect. She's pretty far gone. And so
Putting it.
he's going to he is going to do what he does best. He's going to cast Healing Word. So he speaks a word of healing, and you see Caliph Moore appears to be roused on the floor. Not for much. He gets... Oh, Lord.
Oh no.
The dice went flying.
He gets 5 hit points back. So he's
And
going
so
to be at
did he.
5. You see Caliph Moore takes a ragged breath on the ground. It looks like he might be okay. He does open his eyes, but he's going to have to immediately make a wisdom save against the stupid fucking ropes. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. Okay, so he takes a ragged breath, and Healer Wrist sees that this is happening. And she twists her hand, and the ropes around her coil and recoil. And they... one of these spectral ropes picks him up again, even though her rope is broken, and lifts him into the air. And he immediately goes unconscious again, but first screaming out at the radiant burns that he receives. And he is back in death save territory.
Well,
Well,
you start
and
from
fail.
zero. Oh,
Oh,
damn it.
All right. So he is once again struggling from the ceiling, and unfortunately, Snipe, these are not ropes that your daggers can cut, but it is your turn.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Do we have any healing potions or?
Well, he's up on the roof right now. He's being strangled again.
Yeah. The
So,
issue
yeah,
is
that's
the
not gonna-
administration of the healing potion.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Fuck it. I'm gonna take out my short bow and just fire an arrow at wrist.
Sure. Okay, it's not the start of her turn yet, so okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll to hit.
Same as before. 25.
25? Okay, that will definitely hit her. So go ahead and roll damage for me.
Oh no. That's 9 points of damage.
9 points. Okay. So that'll be halved. Right. Okay. So you hit her square in the shoulder with a bolt, and she just takes it, and she looks at it, and she twists and she pulls it out and throws it to the floor. And it is now her turn. So, what is she going to do? She is going to do some stuff. Sorry, I have like 3 books open because I didn't write out her stat block before we got started.
So good. You're controlling 3 characters now? So,
It's fine. One of them is dying, so that's easy.
One is dying, one is fighting us, the other one's trying to help us and failing. It's all
doing his
going
best.
well.
It's trying to not kill his dude. Let's see. So Okay, that doesn't give her the ability to do any of that. So, what does she want to do? She says that the cruel and the false must be punished by we who've been forced to endure. And she throws out the rope that's left to her. And you see it snake out, and it coils around where the radiant rope already is, and she pulls as hard as she possibly can. And she is going to make an attack against our...
Can I impose disadvantage if this is happening?
Ooh, okay. How are you going to do that?
Can she be blinded? That's the main part.
Can she be blinded? Yeah, there's no reason why she can't be blinded.
Okay, so her vision will go blurry, and she will see, like, she'll not be able to see well.
Okay. So, she is blinded. How long does that last for?
Just for that one attack.
Okay. Luckily, that attack is enough to miss. So she does not hit him with her first attack. She is going to go in for a second. But she misses on the second as well. She isn't able to snag him. Unless
Oh no.
she is going to use the reaction that she has to use Guided Strike on herself, which gives a +10 to her roll. So she is going to hit him because she really wants this dude dead. And she is going to do some damage, and he is going to get a death save. Or death fail, I should say. So he is down 2. If she had critted, it would have been down 3, but that is not the case. So, this situation is going on. Reyna, you're up.
I don't know what to do. Oh fuck! Should I heal him or should I kill her? Oh damn!
Save him.
I don't think you're not gonna kill her. Just
No,
get
You're
him
not
out.
gonna kill her.
How am I gonna? He's still being strangled. I should not heal him because if I heal him, he will die instantly.
Yeah.
Run in. Run in.
Um,
Just grab him.
Can I use burning hands and use it on the rope to burn down the rope?
So remember, this rope is the spectral rope. This is the spirit guardian rope that's holding him up.
The rope is still up.
Yeah.
Okay. No way to get him free from that.
Yeah. So technically speaking, there's nothing in Spectral Guardians that actually restrains a person. He is just unconscious and making death saves. Yeah. So if you wanted to try to run in and grab him, you would also have to deal with the Spirit Guardians. But there is actually nothing that is preventing you from carrying him out. Like, they can't actually hold him. That's not a function of Spirit Guardians.
I will run in and I will try to grab him and try to drag him with me.
Sure. Make a wisdom save as you run in.
Yes. Fuck me. Natural 1. So that's 88.
Oh no.
Okay.
This dice is betraying me right now.
Let's see. So,
well,
the Spirit Guardians. That's going to be 20 points of radiant damage to you, Reyna.
Fucking hell. Jesus.
As the because you're just going straight through the ropes. Like, you're not doing what Hag did, trying to dodge through. You're just running for this dude and trying to get him out. So you can absolutely run in, and you can shoulder him. I need you to make me a strength athletics check.
Should I use this dice again, or should I grab another one?
Grab another one.
So I'm gonna let you know what this is going to be. Your strength, if I remember, is pretty good. What is it?
+2. So 14.
+2? 14. Okay. I'm gonna say he was caught off guard. He's not like wearing anything big. If you can roll a 15 or higher, you can shoulder him and move at half speed. If you roll a 20 or above, if you get 20 or above, you can get him and get back out of the Spirit Guardians.
I'm gonna use a big boy. Let's see.
Come on.
Come on, come on. No!
No.
No!
Natural
No.
2.
Oh
4.
no. Fuck. Oh, we're failing him.
Have you just killed him?
So you run in, Reyna, but these ropes they begin to try to actively prevent you from getting him down. Like, it's not just you're being lashed, it's like they're trying to actively prevent you. You think that you could get yourself back out now and be okay, but you know that you cannot untangle him from these ropes.
That was my action, yes?
That was your I'm going to call that a free object interaction for this turn. I'm going to let you have your action.
Okay. Change of plans. Okay.
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 Let's get out of this one quick. Punch her. Just get your fucking face out and batter across
No.
the air.
I'm gonna use my cantrip Spare the Dying and touch him and make him not throw any death saves.
Okay. Yeah, so you can spare and stabilize him. He's still going to be unconscious. He's still going to be, for now, in the grasp of the ropes. But for now, he is not dying. So those 2 death saves that he failed already, gone off the board. Do you want to try to get back out? You still can.
I'm staying there.
Okay. You are staying here. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
It's not a good plan, but she will.
All right. So Reyna runs in, top speed, tearing through spectral ropes, spares the dying. Caliph Moore is unconscious, but alive for the time being. Hattie. First things first, I need you to make a wisdom save because you did not exit the ropes on your last turn.
It's all going well.
He betrayed me. Stupid
Big boy
guys.
needs to go in his jail.
Yeah.
21?
21? Okay. So you are only going to take half damage. You figured this shit out for the most part. However, little rope burn, 8 points of radiant damage.
Fun. That's fine. What's that?
What else do you want to do on your turn?
Wrist is still loose, as it were.
Wrist is still loose. She's still in the room. She is
Okay.
still actively trying to kill Caliph Moore.
Okay.
Like, you all are side projects to her main gig, which is killing this dude.
Okay, we're going for his knees again.
Okay.
2 unarmed attacks.
All right.
The first one is 26 to hit.
Okay.
The second one is 27 to hit.
Okay.
Damage done is 10 plus. I don't know if that's a 9 or a 6. It's a d6, so it's not going to be a 9.
Yeah.
5 plus 6 is 11.
11.
Yeah.
11 points of damage. And then I'm going to spend another key point, and I'm going to do a flurry of blows, which is a 11 to hit. Misses.
11 will
And then-
miss, yep.
A 16 to hit.
16 will not hit her. But you do feel that the punches that you delivered do actually feel like solid punches. You don't
I'm
feel like
here. Yeah.
she was absorbing damage like she was last time.
I'm here to be the reason that she needs knee replacements when she's older.
Great. You keep doing you, Hattie.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like punching like the inside of her knees to like try and get them to like bend the wrong way.
I get you.
Ooh.
I get you. Okay, so yeah, Hattie runs up, dives through the beams again, manages to get singed a few times, but then delivers 2 solid strikes to the knee. It seems for a moment that healer wrist will buckle, but she remains standing for the time being. And then it is healer Palia's turn, and healer Palia is still trying to not murder a person.
Words of wisdom will he deliver now?
Well, I think he definitely knows that this is beyond trying to talk a person out of it. But
He's such a nice guy, though. Oh no, don't kill him.
Well, he's going to try to minimize damage. And to that end, he is going to cast Dispel Magic. And he could do it at the third level. So he waves his hands. You see the ropes around his chest glow, and all of the spectral ropes just retract into the walls and floor and ceiling as he throws his hands wide, and Sir Caliph Moore drops to the floor at your feet, Reyna. And that is what he is going to do, which brings us to Caliph Moore, who is unconscious but stable. So he can't do anything on his turn. Right. Okay, Snipe. It is back to you.
So the ropey things are gone now.
Yeah, the ropes are gone, so you can freely move in this room.
Okay, I'm gonna run in up to Moore
Okay.
and try and drag him out the room.
Okay.
I'm just trying to do what everyone else has failed to do.
So I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked Reyna. Make a strength athletics check. 15, you can move at half speed. 20, you can move at your full speed and get him completely out of the room.
Okay. It's a 19.
Okay.
Plus 2 to athletics. So 21?
Hey, okay. Yeah, so you can move him entirely out of this room.
Okay.
Out into... You can move him just outside the door to his office.
Yeah. I just do that. I just, like, keep a hold of him as well, so, like, nothing is, like, gonna try and grab him afterwards.
Okay. Is there anything else you're doing on your turn? Any bonus actions or anything?
I don't really have any bonus actions. All I have is uncanny fast hands. I'll do jazz hands as I'm holding him.
Really quickly.
Jazz hands. Da, 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 da. Okay. All right.
Oh, that's why.
Okay. It is Healer Wrist turn. You took her quarry from the room. She is currently in a divine state. She wants justice done. She sees you Snipe drag Sir Caliph Moore just outside the room. She is going to summon everything that she has in her. And she is going to call down a flame strike on Sir Caliph Moore. that is also going to hit you. And it's also going to hit Master Palia. And Hattie, you're still right up on her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's not going to hit you, and it's not going to hit Reyna, because she's inside. So I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Better succeeded, Snipe.
Oh my fucking god.
Yes?
I fucking rolled a nat 20.
Oh!
Ah! Okay,
Plus a
Yes.
7. 27.
all right.
And your evasion, so no damage at all.
Do you have evasion?
God.
Yeah, because
Oh my
I have
God!
of level 6
Amazing.
yeah.
rogue evasion, so
Why
no
do
damage
we
at
take
all.
you into battles? Because we only realise it's like
Yeah.
That
Anxiety.
was insane. Fucking
All right.
hell.
Lucky.
stay there,
At least I
don't
got out of it.
hide, run, leave.
Fuck it, disengage. Like it, I'm out of it. Fucking
Okay.
hell.
Oh, you got lucky there.
Did I though?
Yeah, because you
Meanwhile,
take no
the master
damage.
healer is taking how
Yeah.
many d6s of damage?
11.
God fucking damn it.
There is maths going on.
Oh no. Oh fucking hell. What did I do? Did I just fucking... I yeeted myself across the fucking...
You just kind of face down.
Yeah. The... Fate just got that fucking long pole that they have in theatre that's got the hook on the end that you use to just like hook someone and drag them off the stage. It just did that with me.
Like a baby lamb or something.
Yeah, just like... Oh, God.
Okay.
Sniper baby lamb. It's a theory I support.
So, what happens, Snipe, is you see you are dragging Caleb Moore out. And as you get him outside the door, you see a bright light appear on the ground around you. And you react without thinking, and you just drop him and jump backward as far as you can. Master Palia also sees this light and throws himself over Caleb Moore.
Two very different reactions there.
How's that?
Fair enough.
Why didn't we pull the Captain America?
And you see a column of light and fire just wham into the ground where they are. So Caleb Moore. Do. Okay. Caleb Moore. Even with the aid of Master Palia, is still going to take 2 death saving throws. And when the light clears,
Bouncing all around the place, isn't he? He's like, oh, am I going to die? I'm not going to die.
and you see Master Palia, like the back of his robe is burned. Like you see his bare back. And you see that the ropes are like fried off the sides, and like you just see like red all the way down. As he absorbed as much of the blast as he could to try to protect the man. That brings us to Reyna.
Okay, so they're outside right now, and
Yes.
does the monster Pedia look alive? Like, are they moving?
Master Palia is moving and groaning. He was hurt, but he's alive. He's got a lot of HP. It's fine. He's fine.
He's fine. He's fine. Okay, good.
I mean, it's not great. He took a lot of damage, but he's okay.
Yeah.
Just take her down.
yeah.
Just knock her out.
And Rist is still standing in front of me with Hattie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Magic dispelled.
Yeah.
Until the fucking lightnings from the heaven just struck a man in half.
Other than that, it's all gone.
Yeah.
Let me hold up. Let me see something. Let me really quickly look something up because
Crying is a free action.
come on. Okay. Good to know. I'm gonna take out my spider pendant.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use 2 charges, and I'm gonna throw the spell web in the corner where she is
Ah, okay.
to
Cool.
try to catch her in the corner.
All right. So
But
that
it will also
is-
affect Hattie.
Right. Okay.
Hit me, baby!
So it is a 20
here,
foot
here.
cube, difficult terrain and lightly obscure. It
Is
must
it
make
dex saving
must
throw?
make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is restrained.
What's the DC?
That's my spellcasting DC, so let me look that up. 15.
15. Okay.
27.
Okay, you're good.
That would be a 12.
Yes.
She was restrained.
She's caught in the web
Perfect.
and has to take her action to either break out of it or, well, strength check against her spell save to break out of it, and it takes an action.
Okay. Okay.
But for now,
Okay.
she's caught.
All right. Yeah. So you web her to a corner,
Yeah.
and catch her for now. Hattie, what is it that you would like to do?
Well, I don't have any way of saving anyone's life. So I am going to like wrist
End
is
the
up
life.
on the I'm gonna end one instead. Wrist is up on the bookcase, right? Restrained against the bookcase, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. What is that?
Let me look to see if that's like the
I was just
actual
thinking of the
condition.
old YouTube video of the kid getting pushed back into the bookshop and it just falls on him. Hattie's just gonna fucking pull the bookshelf
Yeah.
down.
A restrained creature speed becomes 0, and it can't benefit from any bonuses to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and attack rolls from the creature have disadvantage. And they also have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Yes. So you have advantage to hit her. That's basically what that is.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do 2 unarmed strikes. With
Okay.
advantage, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the first roll, the 17 hit.
17 will not hit her.
Okay. Second attack then
Mm-hmm.
is 18 to hit. Why am I rolling so badly?
18 will hit her.
Okay, and that is 9 points of damage. I'm then going to spend a key point and do flurry of blows.
All right.
Does 21 hit?
21 will hit.
1 point of damage. My
Okay.
second. My second.
You really
flurry
did
of
hit her
blows
with that air.
is 14.
Just
Yeah,
That
14
doesn't
will not hit, right?
But with that first flurry of blows, wait, let me just read this. Can I use... Okay, this is entirely up to you whether this is possible. But with
Okay.
my flurry of blows first punch, can I use the open hand technique where you get pushed up to 15 feet with a DC of 14, but use it to just push her further into the bookshelf?
Yeah, sure. You want to try to like blast her through a wall?
Yeah, I kind of want to break most of her ribs.
Okay, yeah, go on. Go ahead and this is what is this for her?
It's a DC 14 dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity. Okay, so she has disadvantage.
Shrodaha.
She had a 20 and a 3, so she fails.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead, Hattie. And roll me. Let's call this. Roll me. Roll me 4d10s.
Huh? Remember, we need to have a question.
Yeah.
That's 20.
20. Okay.
I love it how I have all of the dice IRL in front of me.
You still use
I'm
D&D.
choosing to use D&D.
You wanted to confirm it to all of us what you were doing.
All right. So you focus your key to deliver a punch. And you take a minute, center yourself, and you just rear back and deliver a punch to the gut that has weight to it. And she smashes through the back wood wall of this office and takes that damage as you rocket her backward, and she goes sprawling out the other side.
Hell yeah, Hattie.
Nice.
Hey.
One
Yeah.
punch Hattie.
That was great.
Actually, there were quite a few misses there on someone who wasn't even
You only
moving,
need one,
but
though.
all
It's,
going
it's only
Yeah,
the one
you
punch
only
you
need
need.
one.
That's the thing.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So that is what is going on with that. Okay. So how do you just punch a person through a wall? This guy.
He's out of the web, right? Right now.
Yeah, she's out of the web. She like the wall that the web was attached to is destroyed now.
Fuck, I didn't think about that. Fuck.
It's fine.
Lolf looking down at the situation is like, oh shit. That looks like there's going to be an issue.
Small child done.
So what is he gonna do?
Hattie was the key.
He's going to deliver a prayer of healing.
What's left of him?
So, everybody in range, you are all going to get a bit of healing from Master Palia.
I don't want to be a rules lawyer, but doesn't prayer of healing take 10 minutes?
Ha! Yeah, it does.
I feel like it takes 10 minutes to cast.
It does. It does
come
cast that.
on.
Sorry about
Good
that.
call.
It's a pretty powerful spell for like instantaneous.
Fair enough.
He starts
let's
his prayer of healing.
see. What else can he
And will
offer
continue to do it as people fight around him.
Oh.
Let's see. In that case, he is going to cast another healing word, and he's going to cast it on Sir Caleb Moore. Who's going to be
It's just
healed.
getting up and going down and getting up and going down.
Yeah, it's a nasty hell. You wonder like why being a field medic sucks? This is why.
Going up and going down.
Just imagine death just like, oh Christ, you again.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Just get the dice out. It just
Okay.
disappears. Okay.
There's an amazing video online for that about death saving throws.
It's fine. Okay, so that is his deal. So now it's him. What is he going to do?
Run.
Yeah, well, there's not a ton he can do. He's like semi-conscious right now.
Wimp. That was an old
He-
I'm sorry.
Pekka, hello. Come on.
Whoops.
Yeah, there's nothing really that he can do, so he's just going to
come
lay
on,
on the
move
ground
your
and
way.
prone. Cause he's like burned and covered in rope burns and terrible. Snipe. What do you want to do?
What can I do? what can I do in with these drunken sailors?
So you heard the smash. You can look up and see that there's a hole in the wall. You can either go around and go after Master Wrist, or you can try to get Caliph more away from the scene. That's kind of like the two big choices.
Bearing in mind you're dying as well.
Yeah, I that's been the constant reminder for the past 5 months. Yeah, I'm just gonna find more as he's lying unconscious and just. I can't pick him up because I'm fucking stupid. I'm just gonna try and drag him away, but drag him away in a case where like, hopefully Wrist can't sense him or see him. Just like getting him away from like any line of sight.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you can make me another strength athletics check. And yeah, 15 or 20 is what you're trying to do. 15 for half, 20 for a full movement.
16.
16. Okay, so you can move half your speed. Basically, you can get him to like maybe some targets or some crates. You can't get him into a nearby building, but you can get him into like some of the makeshift training. Like you can get him into the shelter of some of the makeshift training equipment that's around here, like low walls and things. You could put him behind one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try putting that. As I do that, I'm gonna quickly look around, see if there's any guards about or anyone about that could possibly help us in the situation.
I mean, a column of light and fire just came out of the sky, so, you know, word's getting around. No one has arrived on scene yet, but yeah, like, people are aware that shit's up.
Something's happening over here, and people are made aware of it.
I'm just gonna do all I can to just like drag him and hide him as best I can.
Okay.
I hate having the bad guy after me because then it's just silence.
Yeah.
Healer Wrist will stand up. She will look at you, Hattie, because you're standing in the hole, and you're like the person that she sees.
I just punched you through a wall. Hi.
Hi. She doesn't look nearly as bad as she should for having been punched through a wall. And as she stands up, you hear a cracking noise as her ribs just pop back into place.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And she just like shakes out her arms and you hear her shoulders pop back into place. And she just stretches and cracks. And she says, "The false and the cruel will be punished."
I thought that was more like a let the gods deal with it after death type thing. Should I punch you through another wall?
I am the gods dealing with it. And then she slams a foot into the ground and shoots up into the air.
And she's gone.
Well.
And now you're out of combat.
No, we're not. We're fucking not.
She's coming down on my bones.
Whatever goes up must come down.
What goes up must come down.
No, I don't believe it.
So what do you guys want to do? Do you want to have a barbecue? What's up? How's it going?
Master master healer, and I'm trying to get him up, and I will give him a cure wounds.
You can give him a cure wounds. He is awake now. He is. Oh, you're giving the master healer a cure wounds.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He thanks you. He kind of like rolls over, and he says, "I need to get back to the cloister. We have salves. We need to treat some more."
And you're badly burned right now.
I will endure. And he just stands up, and you just see like the front of his robes is basically just hanging off of him. His undergarments are fine, but the robes themselves are just like hanging from him basically. And his ropes are like completely burned and just fall to the ground in front of him. And honestly, I guess his robes would just kind of like fall off too. And he's just like, he's shocked. Older looking now than when you met him. He is full of care in a way that he wasn't before. And he just turns and begins to walk off as guards start coming around the corner to see what has been happening. And it is at this time, as the sun begins to set, Snipe, you get a message.
Oh, the timing.
There we are. Yep, there it is.
Now, I'm looking back through my
It's a
notes.
swear shit.
I believe that this is the message that I have from Kaya. Kaya can correct me next time if this is not the message. But I believe the message that she sent was, "We bind your demon and you're bound with it, or you sever the connection and maybe get a new body."
Okay.
I think that's the correct one, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like Kaya.
And as you get this message, Caliph Moore on the ground wakes up, gasps, grabs your arm, Snipe, looks at you, and says, "She's gonna kill the Overseer." And that is where we will end our session for today.
Fucking hell.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
it was a lot.
Wow.
Thank you all for trotting along with us. Thank you, the lovely players, for not only enduring that very stressful situation in which you found yourselves, acting with aplomb to save Caliph Moore, which definitely was not the only way that this could have turned out. There was a version where, had you forestalled too long, he would have already been dead on arrival. But you managed to save a man. You managed to uncover who the murderer was. You managed to get that message from Kaya that you can return next game. And the only thing left is to speak with Lord Artaxis and Ranger Monkshood.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
And also, special thanks. We ran very far over today, but thank you all for sticking around. Thank my players, of course, for sticking around. Appreciate all of you. Glad we could continue telling the story because it was a good story. I didn't want to end it. It was so good.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't actually have words.
No, so much fun.
so yeah, thank you all for joining us. Hope to see you here next week. You can tune in tomorrow to see the Crimson Petal, which is DM'd by Dave, Whiskey, and the Jam Jar.
He's going to kill us.
That's
He's going to kill us.
He's going to legitimately kill them instead of try really hard and fail to succeed. And on Wednesdays, you can check out I Rolled It for I Am, where there's a big old, what I like to imagine the pressure valve in like an old steam tank, where you guys just turn the wheel and it just like vents out a bunch of steam and pressure. The lovely podcast where all of this is discussed. Until next time, thank you all for joining us, and adventure on, everybody.
Bye.
Da, 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 da.